What's up, everybody? This is Matt Brown with another IoT hacking video. Today I am getting all packed up to go to a hardware security conference, and in this video I'm going to discuss some of the things that I pack with me whenever I go to a hacker conference. So explain a little bit about the conference I'm going to. Very excited that I'm going to be going for the first time to Hardware I/O. I've been to many hacker conferences before, but this is the first hardware-specific security conference that I will be attending. There are a lot of people that I look up to that present at these conferences and will be at these conferences providing trainings. Myself, I'm going to be taking part in a software-defined radio training that looks pretty interesting. But I thought I would give you guys a quick overview of some of the things that I bring to me at a conference like this. So I do have a big Pelican case over there. So I could, if I really wanted to, pack up my microscope, some of my bigger hardware gear, but I'm not going to do that for this conference, and frankly, for most conferences, that is just way too annoying, trying to fly with all of that gear. So this is going to be my very basic amount of things that I always want to have on hand at any security conference, but especially a hardware security conference. There's going to be a CTF. Very excited to compete in that event. So just going to discuss a few of the things that I have over here on my desk. So the first thing, you can't go to a security conference without a laptop. Obviously, I'm going to be running Linux on this. I run Arch Linux, by the way, and I hope you do too. But seriously, run whatever distro you are most comfortable with, but definitely very helpful at a hardware hacking conference to have a Linux laptop on hand. And I'm hoping to get some more stickers for my laptop at this conference. I have one sticker that you can see there. Definitely drop a comment on this video if you know the reference, and if you do know that reference from that sticker, then you too have taken part in the enjoyment of seeing the best hacker movie of all times, and that is The Objective Truth. So definitely going to want a Linux laptop of some kind. Then I've got my firmware reading utilities. So I'm not going to be bringing any soldering irons, but I have heard that there is soldering equipment that is available at the conference. So there could be the need to perform some chip-off firmware extraction. So here I have my eMMC flash reader, and then I've got my XGECU that I've used a lot on this channel. And then I've got a million of these adapters over there in a bag. I'm not going to bring all of them, but definitely the most common adapters are what I will bring in case I need to read any firmware off of any device. You never know when you're going to need to do that. Oh yeah, this is just a thing that I take with me everywhere, is a USB to Ethernet adapter. This is a cheap little Amazon Basics one, but you never know when you're going to need an extra Ethernet interface, especially when you're in these environments that you don't know what the networking situation is going to be going into them. If there's going to be Wi-Fi, or if there's going to be some kind of a CTF network that you have to plug into, I've encountered that a number of times. You never know when you're going to need another hardwired Ethernet interface. Then for taking a look at signals, different signals on devices, I just dropped my logic analyzer. So here I've got my super cheap, like $15 logic analyzer. That is super nice for reading digital signals, unknown digital signals on some piece of hardware. I also have my trusty UART to USB cable. Always want to have one of these on me. Might have two. You never know. Never know when somebody wants to borrow one. I'm going to bring my J-Link. This is a SWD JTAG interface. It's very useful for devices where you find JTAG on a device and you want to see if it is fully enabled, might allow you to dump the firmware off of a device. Well, how can you find JTAG on a device? Well, I'm going to bring my JTAGulator for that. The other thing that people don't realize on this JTAG, that's just an extra feature that you could get in any other number of other devices, but is very helpful to have right here on the JTAGulator itself, is it also acts as a USB to UART interface, but it allows you to dynamically set the voltage, I believe as low as like 1.5 volts all the way up to, not quite up to 5 volts, but definitely at least up to 3.3 volts. This cord, on the other hand, only does 3.3. So if you find some weird, 2.5 or 1.8 volt UART interface, you don't need to go out and buy some special adapter for that. The UART option inside of the JTAGulator shell is going to have you covered there. So just a little known feature in there that can really help you out in a bind. And then, we're going to a hardware security conference. I told you I was going to a software-defined radio class. So this is the absolute cheapest and just easy to use software-defined radio there is the RTL SDR, and it can't transmit, it can only receive, but sometimes it's better than nothing, right? And then I've also got my trusty Alpha USB Wi-Fi card that I've got drivers installed already on my laptop that work with this and do support packet injection, which is really important for any Wi-Fi hacking tasks. So now we've got two more things, like 2.5 more things. So got my trusty Fluke multimeter. Always great to have a multimeter on hand when you're probing around a unknown PCB or trying to figure out what all the components on the board are. You need to have one of those. And then I've got my iFixit kit. This has got all the screwdrivers, the bits, some tweezers, devices for opening up hardware. You really can't beat this kit with how compact it is. It's really easy to, travel with it. Obviously, some of these things I'm not going to be able to take in my carry-on bag, and it's always fun thinking of what the TSA agents think when they're going through a bag like this. So, and then it wouldn't be complete without every random USB cord that could possibly exist for all these devices. So obviously, when I'm traveling, I'm taking a ton of those cords. It's kind of unavoidable. And then, so those are the items that I typically take to a conference. For this conference, I'm also going to be taking, you may have noticed that my camera has gotten a little bit better. I am going to try to take some footage and let you see what this conference is like. So I'll also be taking some camera equipment with me. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what are the things that I, as a hardware hacker, take to a security conference. So let me know down in the comments what are some things that I missed on my list that you like to bring to a conference, and have a good day.